So, as beautiful as my trip to Rome was, the getting to and getting back from Rome was a bit of an adventure. I lost my luggage twice in this process. One time it was left in Detroit during our layover in Toronto, and another time it was left in Zurich and it never made its way across to America. And our stop in Zurich was just very chaotic. This plane ride from Rome to Detroit, we had two different layovers. We had to stop in Zurich for about an hour and a half, and then we had to stop in Newark for again about an hour and a half. But unfortunately, our plane from Rome departed 30 minutes late. So we arrive in Zurich and they're like, hey, you guys are late, your plane is already loaded. And there was us, my family, my mom, my dad, and myself. And then we had about three other families with us. And there was a fairly large group of us going to this other plane. But we were in Terminal B and we needed to be Terminal like E. So we had to jump on this sky train and go across like this entire airport, and we were all sprinting because they told us that they were holding the doors for us because there were so many of us who had to make it, but they weren't going to hold them long and we needed to book it. So me being the youngest out of the group of us who needed to make it to this plane, I was nominated to sprint through the Zurich airport. So me with my backpack, and I've been traveling for a few hours, and I'm just sprinting through Zurich airport trying to like communicate to this group behind me, because of course we were in a terminal that required us to go like up a flight of stairs, down another flight of stairs, take a sky train, and then we were in the gate that was like down below the rest of the gates. So we had to just like do all this adventure, and I heard people behind me like, where is it? And I had to yell to them, and it was just this whole just craziness of running through Zurich. And I didn't really, again, realize that it was a workout until I got onto this plane and I just huffed down. And unfortunately, I don't have a ton of evidence of this running adventure. However, I do have photos of me being very frustrated after getting onto the plane, because naturally I had been selected for a security search when I got to the plane. And then the second photo that is down below is me being happy because they gave me ice cream later in the flight. But just this like, it's a ridiculous story to tell, but it was a workout. I was sprinting faster than I had run in a lot of times. And like working out, because like this was the off season for my sports and whatever, but like it was just a ridiculous thing that happened. And it's like funny to think about it, of like it was a workout, and we joked that the reason why I got my security search was because they saw footage of me sprinting through Zurich airport. But it's such a ridiculous story, but it's just a very fun story about being in a different place and being sort of reflective about what happened, how do I travel better. And in that time I was prepping for spring break, and I was planning to go abroad for spring break. So again, just being reflective on that experience and knowing like I know how to handle lost luggage now, and I'm more knowledgeable about how you have to work in international situations and how you have to be adaptive. And we actually ended up missing our third plane from Newark to Detroit. So again, I'm more knowledgeable about how to travel better and how to be safer when you travel, because I had left some meds in my suitcase that was unfortunately lost in Toronto. We got it back the next day, but there was just a good 24 hours of me being extremely nervous because I didn't know that you had to pack in your carry-on all of your valuables and all of the things that you really needed in that day, because I never really thought about losing my luggage because I didn't think it could happen, but it happened twice to me. So this trip was just as adventurous and as active as it was also just a really big knowledge builder for me. And it was really about being reflective on my experiences and how I can improve those when I go traveling with my brother.